besides just the glasses being different, it's a whole different way of making the film. So the new 3D is all about a panoramic experience, making the entire movie 3D.
It's easier to follow. You know, it's not like, oh, I gotta get my red and blue colored glasses that make me a little nauseous after watching a 2-hour feature film.
The old 3D used to be a lot more like kind of eye-popping, like you'll see the figures like come like through the screen and the audience will think it's being attacked by this thing. It used to be a lot more like theme park-like and like amusement-like. And the new 3D, while it still pops up at you, it's not as over the top as it used to be.
It's more like things, just certain things pop out, not everything pops out.
Moderation.
Yeah,
in
now
3D.
when you're sitting in a theater in 3D and IMAX, it's like the whole thing is 3D and you're literally in the picture the whole time. I feel that now when you actually have conversations about 3D movies, people just comment on the cinematography. Oh my God, the effects were so amazing versus the actual story.
I think if a story's good, and 3D isn't going to affect that. I think if a movie is written purely for 3D, then it's just going to be a cinematic experience and the story's going to fall behind.
It's interesting to see happen. It's definitely fun to be a part of and watch.
You know, if you're going to see Piranha 3D, you know, that's not going to, you're not going to say that the 3D is really distracting. So, but the thing is, in that case, that gimmick worked when you're watching a movie like Piranha 3D. Like that's when the 3D gimmick worked.
Growing up, just watching regular two-dimensional television, you know, we're used to seeing movies and TV a certain way, but now that we're watching it in 3D, that's paying attention to a lot of other different aspects.
I feel like people fall back on it. I feel like people use 3D to make a bad movie good.
I'm thinking about closing the lake.
There's us, and there's 20,000 kids. You do the math.
I mean, I find that a lot of times the glasses either don't fit over my glasses, or if they do, it's awkward. When I watched one of the Harry Potter movies in 3D, it actually didn't work over my glasses, and I just was nauseous and couldn't tell what was going on half the time.
I didn't think it was that great. I could watch a million other sci-fi films that I feel have better, like, storylines and like the 3D aspect. Yeah, great, cool, awesome.
It's entertaining. It's definitely entertaining.
I love watching weird horse things with tails jump in my face.
I just never made an effort to go see it. And then there was such a big hype about it that, you know, I didn't feel a need to. And it's also Smurfs meets Dances with Wolves, so no desire there. I've seen them both.
But I think the 3D did work for Avatar because it's very fantasy. So I think,
yeah.
I mean, when you have like a 3D dance movie, for example, those are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like people stomping you out literally in the face.
It worked.
But
I see what you're
for
saying.
Avatar, because it's so fantasy and it's like a different planet, I think it really works for it.
For some reason, when I was watching the movie in IMAX 3D, as soon as you tilt your head, or as soon as you move your head a little bit, everything just goes completely off focus. Like I had to have my head straight for the full 2 hours and 45 minutes.
That's right. You're mine.
I think I'll enjoy 3D at the theater, but I don't think I would bring it home, no.
That's why I'm paying $15 to see it.
And they're gonna charge you $5,000
Yeah,
for the TV.
yeah.
I wouldn't spend the money for them. I feel like it's something like people, oh, you know, I'm fancy and I'm rich, so I'm gonna show off how rich I am by buying a 3D television. I don't think it's actually enhancing your television experience.
Say I want 100 people over, and you know they want to watch the Giants play, and I don't have 100 3D glasses.
The Lord of the Rings films and Titanic are available in 3D. That sends a signal all the way to the consumer electronics manufacturers to make the screens, make the modified Blu-ray DVD players so you can have it in your home. And so then when studios start to think, oh, well, I don't have to worry just about the theatrical revenue for the conversion, I can think about the home revenue as well.
They definitely will be a big part of film industry.
I don't think it'll be the future, but I think it'll be a big part of
yeah,
it for sure.
Slowly but surely it will be.
It's like its whole genre now.
I love movies the way they are. I love the movies the way they were.
Star Wars is really awesome for what it was. You know, Star Wars was great for what it was, and that's what it should be. You want to make a space movie that's in 3D? go ahead, think of something. You know, don't take Star Wars and have it like throw ships in my face and laser fights.
Well, movies like Star Wars and Titanic, I think they're such masterpieces already, especially for their time, that you know they should be left alone. I think they have enough to stand on their own. So I think those movies should remain untouched.
Yeah.
These movies were multi-million-dollar hits. They were successful. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous in their own right.
I think people aren't going to want to spend the money for it. That's one thing. And these are classic type of films. That's like asking me if you want to see, you know, Psycho in colors. It's not going to have the same effect.
I think if I could make a movie in 3D and prove people how it should be done, then I would do it. If I could say, no, this is how you do it right without sacrificing other things. But I think overall, I would rather focus on other aspects of the movie.
If you ask me, I want to go back to the old 3D, back like when you're at the amusement parks. I missed that over the top 3D, because that's back when it was special, and back we could only get at an amusement park or something like that.
Shark still looks fake.